2021 was another challenging year, just like 2020 was. International travel was still very restricted due to COVID. So again, just like I did in 2020, I spent the bulk of my time here in the Pacific Northwest. I still managed to travel a bit. I went to Smoky Mountains National Park, did some photography there. I managed to get away to Hawaii for a week. And the big trip that I had last year was to the Grand Canyon, where I rafted the entire length of the Colorado River. So it was an epic 10 days in the bottom of the canyon doing photography and just rafting. It was a once in a lifetime trip. It was just really fantastic. So in this video, I'd like to look back at my favorite photos from 2021. I'll include links to my videos where I photographed each of these images below, so that if you wanted to go and see the details of the trip or exactly where it was, you'd be able to check those out. And I really hope that you all have a very happy, healthy, and safe New Year. So, in no particular order, here are my favorites from 2021. I've photographed the Vista house many times, but this morning was really special. I love the way that the clouds are lit and reflected in the water, and even the lower level clouds, and that little bit of sunlight on the Vista house itself made it perfect. Dry Creek Falls was a pleasant surprise. It was my first time photographing it, but I got really lucky with the way the sun was bouncing off the very top of the falls, that rock wall up there, and those incredible basalt columns. The lush green and a little bit of snow on the ground made this very memorable. I love the simplicity of this photograph, and I really like the way that the shadows are cool, and you've got that really warm sun in the background that's just with a hint of it on the top of that rock in the foreground, and the ripples receding off to the sun. The Dalles Mountain Ranch car had been on my radar for a very long time, and I caught it just right. The lupin and the balsam root flowers were in full bloom, and at sunset, it all came together for a really nice photograph. A wide-angle lens, a unique perspective, and primary colors all come together to make this photograph one of my absolute favorites of the year. It's simple, but I think it's just gorgeous. An unexpected snowfall in the Smoky Mountains National Park made this yin and yang photograph of the forest on the hill possible. I love the snow contrasted against the dark shadows of the opposite side of the ridge. The long drive to Iron Creek Falls was totally worth it. I absolutely love the aquamarine pool at the bottom of the falls. I love the shallow rocks underneath the water in the foreground, and those rocks and the incredible foliage around the falls was fantastic. Fall colors just don't get any better than this. Add a bridge, a beautiful stream, and some rocks, and it's absolutely perfect. The view of the Grand Canyon from the Colorado River is amazing. Add the Milky Way streaking overhead, and it turns to absolutely spectacular. For me, forest photography is very hard. It's very hard to find order from the chaos. That's why I'm so happy with this photograph from Whipple Creek, which is just a few miles from my house. This is absolutely one of my top 3 favorite photographs from the year. The Big Dipper, as seen from the Colorado River deep inside the Grand Canyon, makes for just a gorgeous photograph. Elwha Falls had been off limits since 2017, and when it finally opened, I made a beeline for the gorge so that I could take this photograph. I love the mist and the fog at the top, and the little bridge at the bottom left to give it scale. Not all landscape photography has to be wide angle. This is a telephoto image of the Grand Canyon taken from the South Rim, and I love the sunset, the colors, and those shadows and all of the layers going all the way back. I love this early morning photograph taken at Smith Rock State Park. The soft light on those rock faces and the colors and shadows, and then that big tree on the right-hand side with the framing of the river just makes for a really pretty photograph. A rainy day, perfect fall color, and an amazing waterfall all came together to make just a great photograph at Silver Falls State Park. I hope you enjoyed this look back on my images from 2021. Let me know your favorite in the comments below, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.